Good. Uh, Hi. I would like to begin this presentation with my um, time at Franklin Retirement Home in Sumner, Washington. Imagine a life filled with wisdom, experience, and rich memories far beyond that we can comprehend. Now, imagine this phase of your life, or any life at all, being limited by support, supplies, um, family connections, and even more as well, and many other challenges as well. This is a reality for many senior citizens in our society today, and some that may even be um, in retirement homes or even been forgotten about by their family and friends, and once again society and the community as well that has placed onto them as well. It's time that we recognize their contributions, honor their honor, and ensure that they live their golden years with dignity, delight, and joy. Now, I would like to begin with this. My presentation will not be in any way to guilt trip anyone or force anyone to commit any time to volunteer hours or service, but this is a call to action to what I have done and give up my time for. Many people will be born and will pass. Some will live significant lives than others, and some won't. But the important thing is to know about is that there are many aspects in a life that will never be told once more as well. Whether that will be one person or an entire generation. And many people will soon die out without telling the stories that have been told. Whether it was personal, either a time of war, a time of personal isolation, or even much more grander as well that we don't even know of. But the issue with this is that there's one truth to all this. There are people right now who are senior citizens, and they play a vital role in our modern day situation and in communities across the United States. As for me, I wasn't able to learn more about the topic previously, back in my junior high school years, or in my early high school years at all. But I was able to volunteer and communicate with someone at Franklin Retirement Home back in 2021, and recently again in 2022, and again recently back in May of 2023 as well, for this speech and to ask more questions about the retirement place there. The well-being and life of senior citizens are critical issues that require attention, and as this aging population continues, our understanding and question efforts will be bit to dust. Together, we can help and create an environment that will lead them to the last prosperous lives that will last until they are able to. While this isn't a moral or legal obligation, I like to think of this as ensuring an opportunity that the stories will not be lost due to time and due to people not caring to give their time up. One issue that senior citizens face is their lifelong epidemic loneliness. Many of these elders feel isolated from their past, which is far behind them. Yet all they learn is not something great, like to be held as an idol or celebrities. All they wish is simple companionship and social connections. The impact that loneliness has on someone is horrible and long-lasting. As stated by the American Association for Geriatric Psychiatric, meta-analysis have found that severe isolation or loneliness in older adults is associated with 50% increased risk of developing dementia, a 30% increased risk of incident coronary artery disease or stroke, and 26.4% increase of risk of all cases of mortality. To the uninformed, despite these senior citizens are older than most would think, they are not void of regular human emotions or behaviors. They feel valued when they are included, especially when they're around the people that they are love and care about them, family and friends. So if we allow ourselves to be a hand of friendship to these people, we are able to connect to the people that we never would have talked to in the past. While a few of us are nervous to start a conversation or even a simple greeting, doing that simple greeting means the most to these people. Something they've never felt or heard in most likely months, or even years, and thus they are able to tell us that we never knew or didn't know before. I'm not talking about political issues if they want to rant or or um, or about anything but the era now, but rather the incredible wisdom and stories that they can tell for us. At a second glance, we may not realize it, but being able to witness a story or hearing it firsthand is important for both the speaker and the listener. Not for any family reason, but rather as a way to look how someone traveled through adversity and challenge in their entire lives, ranging from extreme and small challenges, such as personal lessons. Their resilience is something to be a second-hand witness to this spectacular beam of light, something that brighter, and shine higher and higher. These aspects aren't anything to scoff at, for they may even inspire us to become like a dragon that soar high and represent as a source of strength of the human spirit against that of the indefinite growth of the universe. Damn it. For example, one student that I had a pleasure to was I will not refer him by his full name, but Donald. He explained to me an issue that I never could consider back when I was working in 2021, around the time that I was starting to work there. He told me about the importance of treasuring my family right now and as soon as possible, making sure that no bad end starts or at the very least end with them. Without giving too personal details away, he had a brother that was very close to him, and even their friends would even call them the brothers each other best friends as well. Similarly, a Lloyd to a Harry. But recently, a couple of years back, a massive argument occurred between the two, and this led his brother to experience a series of incidents which led to him having a heart attack. And as he was rushed to a hospital, he was already pronounced dead, his passing before any doctor or surgeon could do any help at all. Ever since then, he's had regret that he's held in for his brother. He's always felt that in his dying moments that his brother must have hated him, and he wasn't able to make up with argument at all. And to that aspect, he's tried his best to prevent any more conflicts within his family in the modern day now. Now, this was a once in a lifetime lesson. This was something important to learn about, for myself and especially for Donald. For this also helped me as well to reflecting back on my actions, thinking about the way I treated my brothers, parents, uncles, friends, classmates, teachers, and even strangers. While I can think of times when I was favorably and positively helped out people, I can't shake the feeling of the moments when I was more cruel and more conniving to the people that I cared about, but still choose to commit horrible actions. But now I can take time to self-reflect with the wise words and story that Mr. Don has told me. While before I can leisurely self-reflect myself, I feel much more involved with my process more than ever before. Especially since it comes with my time with the employed at the retirement home. During my time at the house, I got to learn about many more things about the people that worked at these places, to which they serve similar to as a proper teller. Adding to this as well, I was able to learn the outcomes of my warm actions could be from now to my adulthood, from what will happen if I finish my education, or if I won't, as well as learn how important it is to have a plan ahead of time, and learn the aspects of employment, time management, and financial stability. Enough of these lessons learned to me are important for myself and for what I'm able to tell my friends and brothers that I would want to know as well. While my time there was helpful, I yearned to work there again in the summer as well for 2023. Before my time at the retirement was splendid and was a great way for me to learn about myself and others. It was just all for simple hours for high school performance to graduate, but in the end, I gained more than I ever anticipated, to which I saw it as a great opportunity and as a great lesson as well. As a wrap up, I want to go over some points I want to go about my time there with what I thought about what's wasting my time or social hours. I learned what's much more. Senior citizens need help as much as possible at any time and are welcome to any kind of support, but these types of times aren't to give up. It is solely a donation or post online. No, but the best way to give them support is to give your time and have a conversation. Simply anything. Only then senior citizens could receive the best kind of help. And as I conclude, I hope you are able to understand what my presentation is about. Thank you.